You ready? Hey. No. Tucker, calm. Alright, so we're gonna have dog difficulties.
We're gonna have dog.
Come on, Tucker.
And you asked me to stay over. I said I already told you.
Gotta have the Tucker in the wedding.
In bed, I'll bring you coffee with a kiss on your head. I'll take the kids to school, wave them goodbye. I'll thank my love. I found a love for me. Darling, just dive right in. Follow my lead. I found a girl, beautiful and sweet. I never knew you were the someone waiting for me. Kids when we fell in love, not knowing what it was. I will not give you up this time. Darling, just kiss me slow. Your heart is all I own, and in your eyes you're holding mine.
Friends and family of the bride and groom, welcome and thank you for being here on this important day. we are gathered together to celebrate the very special love between Barett and Erica by joining them in marriage. A wedding day is often a day when couples miss family members no longer with them. For the bride and groom, there are family members whose memories they hold dear. Their love for us is never forgotten, and we know they are watching today and are happy for you both. Erica wants to thank her mother, her grandma Myra, and Bevan for providing her with every opportunity possible and being the best teachers anyone could ask for. And a special kiss goes out to her dad, Malcolm, who has been the best dad any girl could ever ask for, taking Kendra and Erica on all their best adventures. Barett wants to thank his parents for always working hard to provide everything an only child could ever need. Nothing is sweeter than love. Nothing is fuller or better in heaven or on earth. It is free and unrestrained. Love is a promise that is always kept and a fortune that can never be spent. Stop. It's what friends do.
Moss in your pocket.
Today, your wedding day, I already said that. No matter where you go, no matter how long or how difficult the journey, the person beside you will make your journey worthwhile. Love is something to be thankful for and something to never be taken for granted. I don't need to ask you this, but look at one another and remember this moment in time. May this moment be remembered and cherished. Some of you today are here because you're close with the bride, and some of you are here today because you're close with the groom. Or maybe you don't know either of them and you just thought this was a great party that you might crash. And if that's the case, you probably need to know a little bit about Erica and Barett's love story. This story began quite some time ago in a quaint little town where they both played out their childhood. An Italian soda, a smile, and some chit-chat evolved into a magnificent story. The saying goes, there are some things in life that may come easy, but most things worth having or achieving will only come with dedication and tenacity to get it. Young Barett, with his solid work ethic, black Hurley baseball hat, and that good old red truck, were dedicated to hearing a yes from a cute girl he had his eye on. So the persistence began. With a daily visit, some days up to 3, that's an expensive habit, brother, to the local drive-up coffee stand where Erica worked. His yes did come, and many more to follow. The only roadblock Barett faced was his competitor for attention, a little gray dog with a handsome beard named Tucker.
Good boy, Tucker.
A few years plodded along, attesting their dedication to each other, but they stuck to it, and they both graduated college. Careers began, and new paths were blazed for opportunity. One more year skipped by, and they purchased a house together, a cute little fixer-upper. Yay, fun! No, not really. It's not fun at all. The fun came with an adventurous trip to South Korea. Their close friends moved there, giving them the perfect excuse to go too. A long flight landed them in Seoul, and the enormous city and hub of Korean life. They traveled east to the coast, dined in plastic chairs to a seafood mixed soup. Then the mountains called their name. Monumental peaks, waterfalls rushing down smooth stone slides, and an elegant temple resting high enough to see the ocean.
I'm such a good writer.
Yes, you are. South winds took them next to the large island of Jeju. There they explored caves, strolled dense and humid forests, drove the coastline, stood below more Buddha statues, waded in crystal clear waves, soaked by the spray of waterfalls, hiked our way to the summit of the highest peak, Halasan?
Yep.
Oh, I said it right. Which was really hard, 8 million stairs later. If you saw the pictures, I was like, I'm out. I can't do it. And finally, it was the highlight of the trip. An alarm was set for 4:45 a.m. They woke to climb the Sunrise Peak, a tough volcano shaped like a giant green punch bowl. Said to be one of Jeju's most impressive sights, the rim is ringed with jagged rocks that overlook the ocean, facing east for the sunrise. There they were, waiting for the sun, sweating in the low light. Definitely looked like hell, and Barett worked up the courage to drop to one knee and pop the question. Then to top it off, they were granted a free photo shoot by an old Korean couple who witnessed their moment. We have no clue what the gentleman was saying, but they just held each other and kept smiling. I met Barett and Erica. I met with them a few weeks ago, and I asked them to write to me, without showing the other one, what they loved about the other person and what drives them crazy about the other person. Neither one has seen what they have written to me, and right now they're going to hear for the very first time all these sweet words that they shared with me. So, Barett, right, we're going to go through the good.
Okay, we're going for the good.
So, Barett wrote that she is not glued to social media. Good
Are you going to
girl.
read everything?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, man.
I
Here
told
we
you
go.
the directions I was. He loves her smile. He loves her eyes.
Aw.
He loves that she has such a drive for learning new things, that she's being artsy and creative. He loves that. That she supports his hobby of race cars.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I know why you didn't want. He loves her buttery curves. That she is a critter getter. Because
We have a
her
couple.
drive for success, and that she doesn't need makeup to be pretty. Okay, here comes the bad. I love you. Here we go.
Love you too.
Actually, I had asked them for 10 things. He could only get to 9 on the bad. And ironically enough, you did the exact same thing.
Oh.
Okay. You don't tighten a lid on anything. That you complain about his work hours.
Yeah.
I need more time.
He'd like you to dress up more.
Oh, well, I did today.
He'd like you to maybe wear a thong or some lingerie once
Oh,
in a while.
God.
I didn't expect you to read everything.
I told you I was gonna.
I thought you were going to sum it up and kind of.
And as much as he loves it, he also hates that you get critters and bring them home.
Yeah.
But I like them.
You're very grumpy the first 30 minutes after waking up,
Yeah.
and you like to talk a lot. That you need more girl time with your girlfriends,
Okay.
and you can be very emotional very quickly.
Like setting up a wedding.
All right, now for you.
Woo.
Here's the good stuff, brother.
All right.
Ready? All right.
You ready?
Ah,
You blend in so comfortably with her family.
except for the height.
Oh, shh.
Just bend your knees then. That's all right. You support her 110% on all of her endeavors. You embrace her quirks. You always want to be close to her. You are honest and kind in the calmest of ways. You compliment her on her beauty, but mostly, importantly, her smarts. That you only smile every time you hear me say, I've got another idea.
No.
You are the biggest listener because we all know she can talk for days. You love her animals as much as she does and accept them as your fur babies. You always have a solution to fix everything. You work so hard to support your little family, and you follow her through and through Adventure Time, all the hiking, the trips, the exploring, and the go, go, go.
Adventure time.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's gonna get rough. Ready?
You ready?
You always try to be right in the argument.
I usually
I'm just
am.
going to tell you, that's men in general. You are equally as stubborn as she is.
Mm-hmm.
You act like you don't understand what she's saying, and then you force her to repeat herself, saying it in a way that you want to hear it in engineer language. You leave socks and underwear on the floor.
Oh.
The world would revolve around race car if it wasn't for her to interrupt your life. You drive like a crazy person.
I get places.
You hate yard work,
Yeah.
and Christmas isn't as exciting for you.
No. Yeah.
It's the best.
So,
This year it will be.
so these two have written their own vows. So,
Checkers.
Yeah.
would you like to
You're
go
going
first?
first.
Oh boy.
All right.
Erica was artsy and made us vow books. Yep.
Really cute.
Okay. You can cry. It's okay.
All right.
Talk up high.
You're saying it to me, not
Not me.
them.
I know. I, Barrett, promise you, Erica,
It's okay. Breathe.
to love you, support you, and grow with you through all of life's adventures. From the deepest mud pit in a little red truck to the highest peak around the world, we have made so many memories. I promise we're just getting started, and there will be many more to come. I vow to be a shield around your squiggle and a shoulder to bear your pains. You are my best friend, my equal, and my lover in a journey of life to infinity and beyond.
Oh. Okay, Barrett, I promise to be your means of adventure, whether that is in a forest, down a river, beside the waves, on the top of a mountain, this country or another, and to keep you on your toes, unaware of what will happen next, or how the day may conclude. Just follow me, and guaranteed adventure time will happen. Okay, that one is ready. I promise to light your world with my smile and greet you each day with a hug. To fill your mind with imaginative stories and colorful pictures. Even though I prefer to do all the talking, I absolutely love listening to you get excited about horsepower, torque, calculating efficiencies, how to properly heel and toe, boost of course, and everything else that brap, 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 vroom, psh. Okay? I promise to keep my cool when you switch to race car mode and my coffee goes everywhere. But as payback, I promise to keep you active and working hard to keep up with my energetic self. I am your best friend who has been beside you for almost 9 years and stood up for you on many occasions. I will hold your hand each day, but most importantly, I promise to make you laugh. I got more. From the first day to that day in South Korea to today, and every day I shall breathe air on this planet, I will love you with all my heart.
Trade.
Trade. And kinda.
You did good.
Thanks. Thank you. Barrett, do you take Erica to be your wife?
I do.
Look at me.
Do you promise to love, honor, and cherish her for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Erica, do you take Barrett to be your husband?
I do.
Do you promise to love, honor, and cherish him for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
The rings, brother.
It's good. Can you do it?
I got it. I got it. I got it.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. You didn't help me. The wedding ring is a symbol of married love. The unending circle symbolizes that your love will never end. May these rings be given and received as bonds of never-ending love and devoted friendship. And may these rings always remind you of the vows that you have taken.
Take them both? No? Maybe? No? Clammy fingers.
That's good. Stop.
Oh, this will be.
Barett and Erica, in our presence, you have expressed your love to one another.
Yay.
Through the commitment and promises of love and loyalty you have just made, it is my pleasure to now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss your bride. all the friends and family who have come to celebrate this union,
Good
I
boy,
take
Jagger.
great pleasure in presenting for the very first time
Oh,
Mr. and Mrs. Stricker.
Hey, all right.
No, I don't think so.
Thank you all for coming. I am so excited to celebrate Barett and Erica. While Barett may not agree, I am the best sister ever. Lindsay agrees. Anyways, I've known Barett obviously since he started dating Erica, driving that really loud truck. So loud. Echoed. And getting into it was a whole nother story if I ever wanted to join them. But I love them both, and I am so happy to share this moment with them. They truly are great, and I'm so glad to call him brother-in-law now. So cheers to them. Thank you.
Being a dad is one of life's most amazing adventures. And when I thought about these remarks and I used the words adventure, I didn't know it was so prominent in their vows and in what they had to say to each other.
Common theme.
But it's a common theme between Erica and I, is a life of adventure. And from the first moment that I held Erica in my arms in the hospital, it was this deep love that I couldn't imagine feeling that suddenly filled me. And I remember that day in every detail, etched in my mind like it was yesterday. Of all the memories I have, that one is just like, you know, it's just every detail is there. Jolene was kind of out of it on painkillers, so I had to spend about an hour and a half with her alone and with the nurses and without Jolene. I feel kind of special because I got that opportunity. And from that moment on, I knew that I was always hold this little person in this special place in my heart, and that I would spend the rest of my life worrying about her and thinking it was my job to keep her safe. You know, you worry about them, you encourage them, you help them explore the world, spread their wings, you know, gain courage, teach them to ride a bike, teach them to go camping. You know, I taught Erica how to pee in the woods. And I taught her how to ski. And then a few years later, she got better and better and better and got on the race team, and she's going 60 miles an hour down a downhill race course and scaring the crap out of me. And it just, that's the way life is. You teach them a skill and then they take it to the next level. And, and through all that, it was always a sense of, I'm responsible for her, but I gotta let her grow. And then she learned to ride horses, something that I hold no place in my heart for. And she got better and better at that, and pretty soon she's jumping over crap that's like scaring the crap out of me again. And it's just, it's like I raised an adventurer. And that to me is just one of the most special things that I could have done. And then along came boys. And this guy in this really noisy red truck started coming up. I could hear it turning off Boone's Ferry Road a half mile away coming into my house. And I look at Joel and I go, I guess Barrett's coming to dinner again. And as we got to know Barrett and he spent more time at our house and around our family, I started to realize, even before I ever met Greg and Becky, this guy was raised by a couple of really cool people. He's very respectful, he's very polite, he's very considerate, it's just a joy to be around. And, I really learned to love Barrett and appreciate him and just really enjoy being around him. He probably wishes I wasn't so chummy with him sometimes because I'm a little older than him, but, I'm kind of a good pal. So about a year and a half ago, after a family dinner, I can't remember if it was Thanksgiving or Christmas, hopefully Barrett remembers exactly what day it was. I don't. And all the girls had left. I think they went shopping, Factory Outlet Mall. What?
We went went shopping.
Yeah, they went shopping. I was right. I just guessed and I was right. They went shopping. And Barrett and I are sitting there watching some old, guy movie like Mission Impossible or something on TV, and the action adventure and blah blah blah. And we're sitting there, and a commercial comes along, and he's like, "Hey, turn the volume down. Turn the volume down." I turn the volume down. I'm looking like, "What are you interrupting my movie for?" And I'm thinking, well, okay, he wants to talk about something. That's fine, because I really appreciate it. Because Barrett would come and ask me advice about stuff at work and and things like that, and about the house when they bought the house. Or Molly respected my opinion and always wanted my advice. I said, that's good. And he starts talking, and he's kind of like fumbling with where he's going with this. And all of a sudden I go, oh my God. He's asking me if it's okay if he marries Erica before he got it out. And then that's what he asked me. And I was completely caught off guard. I thought it was absolutely wonderful, the most amazing thing that he's ever done. And I'm sitting there embarrassed because I didn't ask Dave if I could marry Joanne. I just popped the question one day, Saturday morning, waking up at her house. I was like, hey, you want to go look for rings today? Okay, all right, I guess we're engaged. That was about it. There was no climbing a mountain. There was no getting on my knee, I hadn't even taken a shower. It was it worked, but. So, anyway, I looked at him and I said, because it was the only thing I think of, Barrett, there's a lot of times when I like you a lot better than I like my daughter. I would love to have you as my son-in-law. Can I turn the sound back up and watch the movie? And I think that's pretty much a quote. Would you? Yeah, pretty close, yeah.
I thought you were going to say a different story, but
Yeah.
believe that.
So I couldn't be happier for these two. I couldn't be happier for the love that they've found and that they've grown over the years and the commitment they've made to spend their life together. They're wonderful people. I look forward to watching them grow and watching them go through life's adventures together and celebrating that with them. There's nothing that's a greater adventure than being a dad and giving your daughter away at her wedding. And the only thing else that's a greater adventure is marriage and what you have to look forward to. It won't always be perfect, but it'll always be an adventure. And so, to Erica and Barrett, I raise my glass.
All right, well then I guess that means it's my turn. So, my name is Lucy. I am a friend of Erica's. Started out as a friend of Erica's. Like you, sometimes I like Barrett more, so now I consider myself a friend of Barrett's. I was lucky that when I met her, it was over soap. I needed some soap samples, and I work from home, and so I rolled up in pajamas with stains on them and greasy hair and eye makeup everywhere, and I said, I'm here for the soap, and she looked at me like, do you use it? So I came in and grabbed it. Yeah, it was rough. Barrett, it was bad. You probably wouldn't have let me in your house. No, it was really good. I showered for you. So after we met, I was lucky that I got a call, and we were able to blossom our friendship through our mutual businesses. And I was even with her when she discovered that she was a squiggle. And we were at an event, a corporate event, and we were being described and talked about our personality styles, and she's sitting there and she goes, am I a squiggle? Do you think maybe I'm a squiggle? I'm not sure that I'm a squiggle, because maybe I'm a triangle, but maybe I'm a square. Ooh, but I want to be a circle, but I think that maybe I'm a squiggle. Do you think that I'm a squiggle? Sweetie, we're pretty sure that means that you're a squiggle. And I know she took that home to Barrett, and it's the epitome
heard about that.
Of Erica. Yeah, I know. But is it not the perfect way?
No.
So I would just like to say, cheers to a squiggle and a square.
Some people know if the other person is perfect for them within like the first month. I knew that Erica was perfect for Barrett within the first 6 months. If a girl can put up with that guy's crap for that long, she's either insane or she's perfect for him. Yeah. I'm sure everybody, what's that? I'm sure everybody here has tried the candy Sour Patch Kids. They're sweet and really sour, and I'm pretty sure they should be paying this guy royalties because they were designed after him. If Barett were an emoji, he would be the turd with the smiley face. Everybody knows Barett is a huge butthead. All right, thanks for listening. No, but in all honesty, though, underneath that know-it-all butt munch onion layer is one of the kindest, most giving people I know. Countless times, Barett has run to my rescue and has, I'm sure he has with most of you. One time when we were younger, I had a bent axle shaft on my truck. I didn't know much about cars, so I called Barett, and who also doesn't know that. Yeah, he didn't know. He pretends to.
Watched a YouTube video once.
Yeah, a couple YouTube, yeah. So instead of telling me the price or walking me through the steps, he just asked if I'd be at the farm within an hour. You know, of course, then he's there within an hour, and he had a spare axle to put under my truck, showed me how to do it, and that's just how he is. You know, he didn't ask for anything in return. He's just there with an axle to toss under your truck. That's just how he is. Barett taught me most of what I know about working on vehicles. Since then, I've loved working on and building vehicles. Thanks to Barett, I will never have any money. Barett to me is more family than friend. When I asked Barett to be a groomsman in my wedding 5 years ago at Mudfest, he tried to talk me out of getting married. He thought we were moving too fast. Now I am the best man at his wedding, and I'm going to be a better man than Barett was, and say nothing to him, but to Erica. Are you sure this isn't too fast?
Pretty sure.
Are you sure you can stand his crap for that long? If so, you're going to spend the rest of your life with the biggest turd / most giving person I know. You will love him, you will definitely hate him, and you will hate how much you love him. This turd is yours forever. God bless your lives together, and God help Erica.
I met Barett, 7 years ago? 8 years ago?
Really?
Yeah, it's been that long. Wow. Yeah. So, we have two different backgrounds. I come from a military background, hence I have the beard, the long hair now because I don't have to shave. But how I met Barett was we rented rooms in this house in Aurora together. And that quickly lasted about 2 months. Yeah, about 2 months. Yeah. And our friendship was bonded by the fact that I had the barrel of a gun pointed at my face and told me to come downstairs. What had happened was our crazy landlord got in trouble with the police, and they're calling me down. I'm up in my room. I'm watching some PG-13 movies. I had that. And I'm thinking that it was our landlord and his son were fighting or whatever like that. And they're calling me up, and I shout, I'm like, "What?" And I open up the door, and there's a Aurora cop right there. And I'm like, "Oh." So I go down, and as I'm trying to deal with the situation here with our landlord, I'm in the front, and they're talking to me and all this other stuff. And then I can see Barett in his Toyota.
Mazda.
In his Mazda.
The little red truck.
Yeah, the little red truck.
Oh, partially Toyota,
Yeah.
actually.
And he's not getting out. And I'm like, what is going on here? And then I found out what it was. He was waiting until the situation was done. He's going to come out. And he's like, "Hey, man, what's going on?" Before I could even tell him anything, I was like, "Hey, how much are you paying rent in here?" "Oh, about $425. "Okay, I'm paying about that too. If we go in, probably about $100 more, we can get this apartment together." And that's how we our friendship blossomed there.
Quickest decision I've ever made.
Yeah. We got that in Wilsonville. A really nice apartment behind the Bally's gym, which we never went to. But before we could have an apartment together, Barett comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, man, before I can get an apartment with you, you're gonna have to meet my mom and dad. I was like, okay. So we go there, and they wanted to meet me. I guess they wanted to make sure that I wasn't gonna take advantage of you financially or physically or something. Yeah. But yeah. But no, on a more serious side and stuff like that. Well, first I'm going to say one more thing because this is I know, because this is one of the greatest memories that I have of our friendship so far. We decided that we're going to go to Lacey, Washington to go to Cabela's.
That was stupid.
It was the stupidest thing we've ever done. We drive up there. It's like a 3-hour drive. We walk in there. Oh yeah, it's Cabela's. And we're in there for like 30 minutes. We're like, that was dumb.
We didn't buy anything.
Didn't buy anything. Didn't do nothing. So as we're going back home, there was like an accident, and there was like a 4-hour delay on I-5. And I'm looking at him like, this is dumb. You want to go watch a movie or something like that? And he's like, yeah, okay. So we go to the movie theater, and we're looking at all the movies and what we're gonna watch, and we ended up watching Toy Story 3. So it's Barrett and myself are the only two guys that are there. Everybody else, they got their kids, and they're like, hey, come over here, and they're sitting down, and we're watching Toy Story 3. And at the seat,
we left a seat between us.
Yeah.
I just want to make that clear.
But at the final scene, when they're all going down in the trash, like that, he was all misty-eyed, so was I. Yeah. But now on the more serious note.
You sure?
Yeah, I am. Okay. Both of you guys are amazing. You were there. You were my groomsmen at my wedding. You guys became Erica to us every time you come over. You guys went from being Barett and Erica coming over to being Uncle Barett and Aunt Erica to my kids. And one of the things that I like to think of is, out of the 7 years that I've got to know you and the bondship and the friendship that we've had, I view the friendship that I have with you more than just being a friend. I kind of view you as my taller, younger, skinnier, but yet less handsome little brother. How do I follow that? I don't know.
You've got lots.
Oh, yeah. Sorry for the crackly voice. I'm like 13 all over again. Very true.
Soon.
Very true. So, my story with Barett and Erica go well beyond the years of many. Let's start with Erica first, shall we? Because Barett seemed to get all the love.
I do.
So, Erica and I, actually, let's go back even further. Kendra and Rachel, my sister, became best friends at the age of consummation, I guess. They've been best friends ever since I can remember. Since the day they met, they were hit it off, and then that led to me meeting Erica and becoming friends, and then growing up together, and then swim parties, pool parties, birthdays, family gatherings, and then everything in between. And it was just something special that she brought to the party, the atmosphere. Their family, the Ashes, will light up any room without even trying. They just have to be there, and everybody will gravitate towards them. And their conversation is always 100% pleasant. Can never be a negative experience with the Ashes. And especially Erica and Kendra, especially, debatable. I'm just kidding. But then the world came crashing down in 2005, and that's when things got really tough. But that's when Erica and Kendra and Jolene and Malcolm stepped up, and they became the rock to my family, and
they really helped us through the hard time that we went through, and I can never, no matter how much Erica can bother me with her nagging when we're trying to work on cars or we're trying to go bro night, no matter what she does, she will be my little sister, and I will love her till the end of my time. Now Barrett.
It's too much.
Yeah, it's a little heavy. Me and Barrett, we've known each other since 6th grade, right? And one of my fondest memories is me and Barrett on a baseball team, and I think I was pitching or I was playing second base, and the ball came to the pitcher, and the pitcher threw the ball to Barrett at first base, and Barrett had this ginormous oversized glove, or mitt, because mitten is for a first base and a catcher, had this giant oversized mitt, and completely missed the ball. Really? And it hit it right in the forehead and popped his glasses off, and he fell to the ground, and we all laughed. And then
All of the ones you could pick?
That's it? No, just one of them.
Just one.
And then our friendship, our brotherhood started there. And then fast forward to me turning 18, being a delinquent, getting removed from my household. Who was there to take me in? It was Barrett. Barrett didn't even ask his parents. He's like, "You're coming here." And then Greg and Becky's like, "Oh, looks like you're moving in." "Sure, Mom. Sure, Dad. I'm here." And then I slowly but surely fucked that up. And in the meantime, meeting my wife, Amber. And then I joined the military, and I slowly got my act together.
And you are great.
Thank you. And but even after that, no matter how far the distance I flew, where I went, and how I got back home, Barrett has always been there for me.
You were the one in Korea.
Yeah.
I thank you, Aunt Betty.
He is the reason we went to Korea.
Him and Amber.
He has a microphone.
And the baby.
And my baby, yeah, who's not here.
The whole family, not just
But no matter financially, spiritually, just love in general that I need, Barrett has always been there. And if I can live to be half the man that Barrett is, I will call myself a satisfactory dad. I love you guys, and I'm so happy for you.
So Barrett and I became friends through motorsports. Imagine that. Things that drink gas, go fast. I love them. But I think the reason that we became great friends though is actually more closely related to our similar mindsets. Barrett is an engineer, calculated guy. I think I have a lot of that same kind of mindset, the business mindset. Well, the reason I bring that up is because it's as it relates to business and HR and staffing. I think a lot of those principles can be applied to relationships, and so you staff your business or you staff your life in a way that has strengths that offset each other or complement each other. One person might be calculated, the other person's a nurturer, and I think. Those are the things that are, I've seen in my own life to be really valuable, and I believe that they'll serve you guys very well as you guys move into the future and grow together and build your household and family. So, love you guys both.
Thank you.
And I can't sweep you off of your feet. Will your mouth still remember the taste of my love? Will your eyes still smile from your cheek? Darling, I will be loving you till we're 70. And baby, my Maybe now, take me into your loving arms. Kiss me under the light of 1,000 stars. Oh, darling, place your hand on my beating heart. I'm thinking out loud that maybe we found love right where we are. Oh, maybe we found love right where we are. And we found love right where we are.
I was jealous.
I'm right behind you, Crystal.
Ready? 2, 3.
Oh, you got it.
You have a boyfriend.
Vincent!
Well, that was the game I was playing. I was like to play Guy Ben's over and then with your team.
Look at him.
With your
Brett, this one's yours. Get in there.
Get in there, buddy.
Deep and hit hard.
Ready for like a slow motion. Like,
Are you married? Really? Whoa.
Draw you a picture with crayons. I'm taking my time.
Why is she taking a picture? Give it here. You pulled it off with you.